Graham Healy speaking. Now this video is about what Healys Health and Healys longevity health advice is all about. Now first of all, let me explain this to you, who our advisors are. Now number one, of course, you've got myself, Graham Healy, who's the principal of Healys Health, and I'll give you a quick little background on myself, and then I'll describe the other consultants basically, or advisors at large that I use. I've been in the health and fitness industry for probably 40 to 50 years now, and during that time I've been a professional athlete as well, Olympic weightlifter with the Queensland titles, boxing, martial arts master, and during that time I did own a gym with over 2,000 members, and I've programmed and given health advice to thousands of clients over the last 20, 30, 40 years. Now, what's the advantage to you listening to this video? Well, apart from the fact experience, there's a lot of experience there that we can download to you, but also there's an education side of the equation that we've got. I'm in the process of just finishing off one last subject in a medical science degree. Also, I'm a qualified TAFE teacher. I've got my qualifications in sports coaching, martial arts, etc. So all that various qualifications are on the website. Also, I've actually done the examinations for my masters in dry needling, where I was trained by Dr Wayne Mamu, who is without a shadow of a doubt the world's leading dry needling / acupuncturist / doctor of, he's an osteopath as well. The other associate that I have, which is used to consult with on very complicated issues, that is Dr Matt Bumbling, who's a biochemist and a research scientist. The other associate I've had that I've worked with for over 20 years is Rodney Campbell, who's a well-known naturopath and was actually the head naturopath for Massage, the world famous, or at least Australian famous supplement company. And the other associate that I've worked with for over 10 years is Daniel Maxwell, who was the founder of Ada Street Supplements and the Urban Muscle supplement line. Now, getting that all on board, what we do is this, this is how we differentiate between all the rest. Now, we're not about selling supplements, even though we have a lot of supplements and naturopathic products on our website, healyshealth.com or Healys lowerbackpain.com. But what we do, we differentiate through the different supplementations so that we can give you, the client, the best available. So, you know, we're not, we don't make that much money out of supplements, I assure you. So what we're interested in is the results that we can get with a selection, our selection of supplementation. That ranges through various brands. So what we're looking at, and especially Dr Matt being a research scientist and a biochemist, and also Rodney Campbell as a naturopath, and myself with, as I say, one subject of a medical science degree plus my other qualifications, what we look at is the actual ingredients on the particular product and whether it's clinical dosages. So let me give you an example. Clinical dosages are basically, in naturopathic terms, is usually about a teaspoon of, say, L-glutamine or some such amino acid as that. So 1 teaspoon, let's say 4 grams, or guess it at 4 grams, 4 or 5 grams, let's say 4 grams. That in capsules is 500 gram capsules. Now that would be at least 8 capsules, right? Now let's see, 4 grams, 8 to 10 capsules. So the quantity of natural product to be able to be any good to anyone usually is by the teaspoonful or half teaspoonsful. If you were to take capsules like most commercial companies have, you'd have to be taking a lot of capsules, and the reason why they drop down the dosages is just simply to sell products. We're not interested in that. What we're interested in is that you are getting the clinical doses of what we know works. Now, how do we know what works? Basically, we've tried and tested most of the stuff that we recommend for people. We've tried to test it over 20, 30 years ourselves. So when you come to us, we have a look at your health and fitness profile. We have a look at we're diagnosing what your background is, what's happened in the past, where you want to go, where your goals are and what have you. And it's not just health and fitness goals, it could be just longevity goals, it could be general health goals. Now, in saying that, we'll work in with your regular GP and have a look at what they're doing, or if you've got some sort of injuries that we don't know about and that you tell us, and then we'll go dig deeper further into that, and then we'll come up with a scenario. So I suppose the overview of what Healys Health is all about is we're looking at longevity and lifestyle change that's meaningful and significant. Now, you go to a normal gym, they just focus on fitness of a description, and fitness is relevant. So as I always say to clients, it's horses for courses. In other words, if you say you want to be fit, my next question is fit for what? So we define that, or if someone says I want to lose weight, so what sort of weight? Are you talking about body fat, or are you talking about fluid, or what? And then other scenarios are such as some people may have trouble losing body fat, and then you've got to really question them as to have they had blood tests, is there a hormonal issue? It is more complicated than the average gym person thinks it is. And then, of course, you have a look at some of the people promoting various products, and you wonder what is the motivation behind them promoting products. I'll tell you now, from being in the health industry for a long time, it's most of the time it is financial gain to promote a product. Whereas we're not doing that. I don't promote a product for financial gain. Very minimal money to be made out of products. Basically, for me, it's actually programming people, doing training programs, or I might have someone doing a martial art course, self-defense course, health and fitness course, and that is where we get our finances from, basically, if it comes down to that. The supplementation and the natural herbs and supplements that we recommend are tailored particularly for your particular, let's say, profiling is the best word. I won't say diagnosis, there is a diagnosis in it. We carefully look at it, but it's the profiling. So we look at the profile. There's a whole series of questions that go into that. We may consult with Rodney Campbell, we may consult with Dr Matt Bumbling, and we draw all that together, pull it all together in one picture, and then we say, okay, this is the program. Now, I've had a lot of people, including martial arts students of mine, talk about losing weight. You know, this video is not just about losing weight, by the way. It's about longevity and good health. I mean, I'm 66, I've been trained since I've been 14 years of age. I might know a little bit about longevity and good health. Not in bad shape for 66 years of age, right? 83 kilos and still train 3 or 4 times a week. So I understand from a practical point of view, a lot of people out there in commercial land are quoting a lot of things, using athletes with various interests to promote their products, and I'm always suspicious of that. My main focus is, when I look at a product or service, I look at what's in the product. We run it through our, basically through Dr Matt, as I said, Dr Matt Bumbling and Rodney Campbell. So we run the data through there. We have a look if it stacks up as far as the strength of and quality of it, and then we will usually try it first. I'm the first person to try any of our supplements. So if I recommend a supplement to a client, be it for fitness, be it for endurance, be it for weight loss or whatever, I have always tested that particular product myself, and I know it works, so therefore I'm confident to recommend it. Now, regarding supplements, the big picture is this: supplements simply supplement a good diet. Now, a good diet on its own, very difficult to get results just with a diet, even though you go low carbohydrate diet for fat loss, and a combination of weights training, depending on what your goal is. So if your goal is to be a martial arts instructor, it's a whole lot of different planning and periodization. I go into that. If your goal is just simply lifestyle, fat loss change or whatever, we'll go into that as well. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to achieve with people is to bring up and develop total health. So whatever occupation you have, whatever training system you're doing, whether it be martial arts, whether it be weights training, whether it be a combination of both, whether you just be working in an office and you think, well, I want my immunity levels boosted up, lifestyle change, we will work it out according to your particular profiling. And it may include blood tests and we'll send you for blood tests just to check and see where the hormonal levels are and all this sort of thing as well. I'll get Dr Matt to have a look through that, although I can examine that as well. Having done 5 years of medical science, I know what I'm doing there. So that's the picture. So if you contact us, we're a very integrated type of health consultancy, and I can personally do everything. I've got a musculoskeletal business where I'm qualified to do the dry needling, I'm qualified to do the musculoskeletal mobilisations, I call it. I won't call it adjustments, but mobilisations. And we can help you out in many, many different ways. As an example, I've had martial arts students that have had various tendon injuries, various back injuries, hamstring, etc. Even people playing soccer, professional sport, have come to me, and within 1 to 2 sessions of dry needling and other things that I do, they've been fixed. So they're quite amazed. Like, I'll give you an example. Dr Matt came to me just recently, who does a bit of training with me. He's our research scientist, and whether or not he put his back out, he actually had his back out, his neck out, and something wrong with the glute muscles and whatever. I think it was from weights training. He spent 1 session with me, dry needling, and I released all those muscles. The very next day he was okay to go. So that doesn't happen all the time, but his wife did mention to me that she was quite amazed. He basically walked in to my consultancy and said, "Graham, I've got all these issues wrong, can you fix me?" And he walked out. The very next day he was totally fixed. Probably, I won't say totally, I would say 90% fixed. So you consider that, and I've got testimonies regarding this, various different, like epicondylitis and back injuries, all this sort of thing. And if I can do something about the muscular side of things, where if you have an injury, what happens is that the muscle contracts around the joint and it holds it in, locks it in, might lock your neck in sideways or whatever. And when we do the dry needling, that'll release that. Sometimes I use special massage machines. I've got the IS-ADM tools, which is a special tools made by Dr Vizenak in Canada, that I use those tools to relax the muscles. So I've got a whole lot of strategies to work on athletes, to normal people, to get you functioning okay. But then we go on the diet side of things, or we go on the supplement side of things. So we integrate it all together, so we get a person that is totally focused, or we're focused on your total well-being. And because we've got all this experience from multi-skills and multi-disciplines, we just pull it into one focus and then we examine it very carefully. So if that gives you a little bit of idea. Now, at the end of this video, I will give you the link to Healys Health Sanctuary, And that sort of encapsulates what I'm talking about. So I hope this video helps. And regarding the supplementation, again, you'll see a lot of different brands on my website, in particular Healys Health or healyslowerbackcare.com. And the reason for that is we don't focus on just one supplementation. We're not pushing products. We're looking at products and say, yeah, that one works. Yeah, we'll recommend that one. And then we might look at another one. It could be, we've got several agencies, one's with one of the naturopathic groups, two naturopathic groups. We'll look at that one particular product there and think, okay, that one's a really good one. So we'll refer that back to clients. And just like one of my favourite professors, Professor Nikota Pravinsky, who's actually a vaccinologist, and he always says that every vaccine he's developed the Hep B vaccine, and he's also developed a COVID vaccine, which is very safe. What he says, he's the first person to test his vaccines, and I'm telling you, we are the first people. I'm the first person to test any of the supplementation we recommend. We know it works because we've used it and continue to use it ourselves. So that's Graham Healy from Healys Health, healyslowerbackcare.com, and I hope that helps if you want to contact us for lifestyle or anything else that you see on the website. So it could be lifestyle issues, it could be what you need, dry needling, it could be an athlete with some muscular problems. You can contact us and we'll have a chat to you and say, look, yeah, we can help you with that, or we can refer you on. 9 times out of 10 we can help you. Okay, Graham Healy over and out. I hope that helps, and we will hopefully see you very soon. Have a good day.